All right, well, he was still getting over the Oscars, so no Monday, but we'll just kick it over to Tasty Tuesday.
That's right, and this afternoon we visited a relatively new eatery in Saanich that's been created by a pretty impressive team with experience at some of Victoria's top restaurants, such as Zambries, Heron Rock, and Brasserie L'École. The goal of the Crooked Goose Bistro is to create quality served casually.
So we take whole squid tubes, we marinate it in a cream of tartare.
Chris Bremner is striving for a comfort food hole-in-one.
I think it's the challenge of basically never being able to perfect it is something that obviously drives me to continue cooking and to continue trying to play golf.
Today, he's focused on deconstructing a classic.
I agree that the texture of having something fried in a calamari is a necessity, but
Bremner's grilling the squid.
This adds a whole different component to textures and flavors.
And deep frying onion rings in beer batter.
The bubbles in beer will help give it a nice fluffy golden brown.
Bremner learned to do different working under Rob Feeney at Vancouver's acclaimed Lumiere. On the other side of the kitchen, Gina Basra spent more than 8 years at Zambries.
So I think what Peter creates at Zambries is very much soul food, and I think that we all follow in that. And you know, it's not pretentious, it's comfortable, it's home.
The Crooked Goose creates its meals from local ingredients, from produce to naturally raised meat. Much is made in-house, including buns and the condiments for that calamari.
A balsamic reduction, the sweet and sour radicchio, which is just radicchio cooked with balsamic and brown sugar. It's a smoked tomato jam. I smoked sun-dried tomatoes in-house.
They provide a flavorful bed for the rings and calamari, which is dressed with a charred lemon vinaigrette, followed by green onions.
So although you've kind of crafted all this stuff, you're saying just get in there.
Get in there, get under there, go straight down with it and get some of the smoked tomato jam and just enjoy the lemon, the acidity. It's a play on all senses. Sweet, sour, spicy, crunchy. It's just, it's a wonderful dish if eaten properly.
And the Crooked Goose Bistro, named after two of its neighbors, the Crooked part, inspired by Wilkinson Road Jail, and the Goose from the Galloping Goose Bike Trail. And it is one of more than 50 restaurants participating in Victoria's Dine Around Stay in Town event. Jazz band students in Nanaimo are calling this past weekend a win after playing at a major jazz festival in the U.S. This past weekend marked the 46th annual Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival in Moscow, Idaho. Schools from all over the Pacific Northwest turned up to the event every year. Several groups from Wellington Secondary's band spent 5 days at the event, and its grade 9-10 jazz band received the festival's highest honor when they were asked to play on the main stage Saturday night.
It's just amazing to me that we're competing against schools in the U.S. that have 3,000 students, and here's Wellington with 900 students, and 72 of our band students went, and we've got some great recognition. A lot of individual students got recognition, and it just means that these kids are working hard and loving what they're doing with jazz music.
It was nuts because there's so many schools there, and like so many extra people in the schools. And Wellington's kind of a smaller school in comparison to the other ones, so I'm just really lucky to be able to play.
The main stage was set up at the University of Idaho's football dome, which houses 20,000 people. Students spent the days learning from professional jazz musicians and performing. Only 7 bands are chosen from 300 schools to play on the main stage festival each year. And finally this hour, Seth MacFarlane is saying, once is enough. The Family Guy creator was asked on Twitter if he'd consider hosting the Academy Awards again. His answer, quote, "No way." A lot of fun to have done it, though. MacFarlane earned mixed reviews after joking about domestic violence, women's bodies, Jews in Hollywood. The Oscars did, though, get its best ratings in 3 years, with a big growth among young viewers.
Did you like it? You weren't here last night, so we couldn't. It's getting to be old news to talk about. Yeah. But what did you think?
No, I thought it was good. And you know what? He had a tough job balancing, you know, two extremes, and I thought he did it really well.
I liked him. I thought he seemed sort of like a modern Bob Hope, yeah. Or you know, one of the classic hosts.
Yeah. The other question that I've been asking, besides, you know, what I think about it is what did my old TV think about it,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of course I watched the Oscars on the big TV, so my
How's your new TV?
the old TV was banished, and unfortunately, while we were watching the Oscars on the big screen, it was watching like really old reruns.
Oh yeah, what
Yeah,
was it watching?
my old TV, really old reruns, like from, must have been like the 70s or something like that. This
there you
guy,
go.
who's that? Who is that?
Well, that's not. That's at my high school.
Oh! And there we
Oh,
go.
look at that.
That-
Well done, Sparky. Look, my head looks like a big bean in this picture.
It does not. Unfortunately, I didn't
the
have a
hair.
picture with Patty, so, you know, but you
Patty took that picture last night.
well, of
Don't
course,
forget.
yeah. Celebrating with the family.
Yeah. It was a nice night out, nice birthday dinner.
Happy
I was, I
belated.
think, 17 in that other picture. Those were the hair years. All right, Sparky, thank you. Nice to have
Okay.
you back. I'm
Nice
glad we blew up your TV because I was looking forward to that. Thank you.